For millions of Americans relying on Social Security and SSDI, the latest updates could be life-changing. Imagine a little more breathing room in your budget, an extra $400 per month in your pocket. And if that wasn't enough, a double stimulus payment is now on the table. But what's the catch? Who qualifies? And most importantly, when can you expect these much-needed financial boosts? With rising inflation and everyday expenses stretching Social Security benefits thin, lawmakers are under immense pressure to deliver real relief. And finally, after months of debate, new federal programs are taking shape that could mean more money for seniors, retirees, and SSDI recipients. This isn't just speculation. Official proposals are in motion, and some states are already approving extra payments. But here's the reality. Not everyone will qualify automatically, and the fine print matters. There are income thresholds, direct deposit schedules, and even key application windows that could determine whether or not you receive these payments. In today's breakdown, we'll go beyond the headlines and uncover who qualifies for the extra $400 per month and when payments will start hitting bank accounts, which states are rolling out extra stimulus checks, and how to check if you're eligible, the official timeline for the double stimulus payments, and what you need to do to claim them. No clickbait, no misleading claims, just real, verifiable information straight from government sources. If you're on Social Security, SSDI, or know someone who depends on these benefits, you'll want to stick around until the end. Missing a deadline or misunderstanding the requirements could mean losing out on thousands of dollars in extra financial support. Now, let's talk about what's really happening. The government knows that millions of seniors and SSDI recipients are struggling. With the cost of living rising faster than ever, fixed incomes just aren't cutting it. Groceries are more expensive, rent has gone up, and let's not even talk about medical bills. Every dollar matters, and if you've been feeling the pinch, you're not alone. But here's the good news. There's finally some movement at the federal level, and this time, it could mean real money in your pocket. So, let's break this down. First, the extra $400 per month. What is it? And who's getting it? This is where things get interesting. This increase isn't some vague promise or a long-shot proposal. It's part of a bigger push to boost benefits for those who need them most. Lawmakers have been facing pressure to do something about the rising costs affecting retirees and disabled Americans. The reality is, Social Security checks haven't kept up with real-world expenses, and that's putting people in impossible situations. The proposal behind this extra $400 is aimed at helping seniors, especially those who rely solely on their benefits to survive. If this goes through, eligible Social Security and SSDI recipients could start seeing an extra $400 added to their monthly checks, and for a lot of people, that could make a massive difference. Think about what that could mean: covering more groceries without worry, finally filling those prescriptions, or even just having a little cushion for emergencies. Now, there's one thing that needs to be clear. While this proposal has gained serious traction, it's still awaiting final approval. But here's why experts believe this is more likely than past proposals. The economy is in a tight spot, and the government is under increasing pressure to support seniors who are struggling the most. This isn't just about making life easier. It's about ensuring basic survival for people who've worked their entire lives and now find themselves choosing between food and medication. That's not acceptable, and lawmakers know that ignoring this issue is no longer an option. But that's just one part of the financial relief that's coming. Let's talk about the double stimulus checks, because this is another game changer that could put even more money in your pocket. Stimulus checks have been a lifeline in the past, but as inflation continues to rise, many seniors and SSDI recipients have been wondering, are we going to get more direct payments? The answer? Yes, but not for everyone. Here's what's happening. While there hasn't been an official nationwide federal stimulus approved yet, several states have taken matters into their own hands. Some states have already passed new stimulus programs specifically for seniors, low-income individuals, and SSDI beneficiaries, and these payments are expected to roll out soon. This means that depending on where you live, you might be eligible for a direct deposit or check in the mail without even having to apply. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do you find out if you qualify? Well, it depends on where you live and your income level. Many of these state stimulus payments are targeting seniors and people with disabilities who earn below a certain income threshold. If your only source of income is Social Security or SSDI, chances are you could be eligible for these payments. Some states are automatically sending out these checks, while others require a simple application to claim your money. And let's be honest, you don't want to miss out on free money that could make a real difference. But let's step back for a second and talk about why this is happening now. You might remember that in previous years, stimulus checks were rolled out at the federal level. But this time, because Congress has been slow to act, states have decided to step up and issue their own relief payments. This means that if you're waiting for a big announcement from Washington, you might be missing out on money that's already being distributed at the state level. So, what can you do right now? First, check your state's official government website to see if there are any active stimulus programs for Social Security and SSDI recipients. Some states have been quiet about these programs, and you might not hear about them on the news. But trust me, they exist, and some people have already started receiving their payments. If you're not sure where to check, stay tuned because we'll be providing direct links in the description to help you navigate the process. Now, let's talk timelines. When will these payments actually start arriving? The $400 per month increase, if approved, could begin rolling out as early as the next benefit adjustment period. This means that in just a few months, you could start seeing larger payments hitting your bank account. As for the stimulus checks, some states are already sending them out, while others are finalizing their distribution plans. If your state is participating, you could see that extra money within the next few weeks or months. Here's where things get tricky, because a lot of people are expecting automatic payments but might actually need to take action. Some stimulus programs require you to file a simple claim or confirm your eligibility before they send the money. And let's be honest, the government isn't always the best at making these things clear. That's why it's crucial to stay informed and proactive, because missing a small step could mean missing out on hundreds, even thousands of dollars. I know that for many of you, this isn't just about extra spending money, it's about survival. That's why it's so important to make sure you're on top of these updates and don't let misinformation or confusion get in the way of receiving the help you're entitled to. And let me be very clear, this isn't a handout. This is money that seniors and disabled Americans have earned through years of hard work and contributions. The government has a responsibility to ensure that people who paid into the system aren't left behind when times get tough. So, what should you do next? First, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on critical updates, because as soon as official dates are confirmed, you'll want to be the first to know. Second, check the description below for resources on how to see if your state is issuing stimulus payments and how to verify your eligibility for the extra $400 per month. And most importantly, share this video with anyone you know who relies on Social Security or SSDI, because too many people are missing out on money simply because they didn't know it was available. The bottom line: help is on the way, but you have to stay ahead of the process. The last thing you want is to hear about this money after it's too late to claim it. So, take a moment, double check your eligibility, and let's make sure you get every penny you deserve.